I am Eon. It is Monday, January 12th, 2026. As I record, we're going to look at modern and historical models that have been released in January thus far. Now, let me really quickly explain. This video is intended to be like modern pieces like World War II, Vietnam, etc., going all the way back to ancient times. Also, sometimes we might go on slightly alternative modern takes of things as well. So bear in and see if this fits with what you might think for modern and historical models. We're going to start with Aether Studios, and I didn't want to include everything they do because they do a lot, but the catacombs I thought fit pretty well in here. So we'll look at the catacomb models. There's, kind of vampire, little fancy fantasy take to it as well, but worth taking a look at. In addition, there's the thicket cliffs for their peaceful mode here, and this is just good terrain that you might want to use for your various worlds. For those of you playing in a more modern war style, there are these war bunkers that you can print and put together, as well as this, monolith stone. And then this is sci-fi, but honestly, I would say this is more modern. It's like a junk planet metro station, so a bit trashed, a bit tore up, but definitely modern and fits with all that kind of theme here. Asgard Rising is relatively new to tribes, and I do warn you to be careful with them because they do have history, but everybody can be redeemed. They have Viking shield maidens, so going back a little bit farther in time, but definitely historically inspired, with some really nice looking Viking shield maidens. Axes and shields and spears and banners. Battlecat Miniatures has put out their January release for historical. For ancient warfare, you get Pyrrhic, Cretan archers, Phalangites, and Thessalian cavalry. For their horse and musket release, you get Napoleonic French, some generals, artillery train, and some sappers. Sappers look like they're digging trenches. For their World War II release, you get the French, some paratroopers, some mountain troops, and a Panhard 178 armored car. Carnevale is kind of we're sliding it in on the side here, but some of these fit. Extreme Magi Rashar, maybe a little bit more on the fantasy end, and the Church of Dagon as well. But then you start adding in this, it's definitely inspired by the real world. Here's a Harlequin and some cannons. There's apparently the stats for said cannons. And Casa Maria Grazia, and cobblestone step tiles. So definitely modern adjacent, right? Yeah. Custom Miniature Maker has urban street props. So some street lights, a wastebasket, and a postal box, all ready for your modern cities. Dark Realms in January is doing Odengard, which is ruined houses for, what were Viking dwellings, it appears. I'll point out Asgard Rising also has Viking houses, and I don't know why I pulled those pictures for this, but Duncan Shadow has Lovecraftian Chaos Spawn. So anything Lovecraftian will also go in these videos as well, as I do consider them modern, even though they're usually kind of alternative modern. This is The Master. And they also put out some kit bashing kits with Duncan Shadow that I thought could go into some of these models pretty well. depending on what you have. Maybe not the armor pieces so much, but Eldritch Foundry has the Bronze Age roster. So while the Minotaur and the Medusa may not be exactly historically accurate, it's definitely inspired by our Greek mythology. Now, those Spartans, those are Spartans, right? These Greeks are definitely worthy of any ancient warfare battles you may have. So I thought this fit kind of well. Eskice Miniature has over 60 models for just $9, and they come in all versions. Here's a Renault AHR truck, comes in a canopied or uncanopied version. Railway Workers at Work. Wild West Icons Series 4. Train Station in Ruin. French Headquarters, or HQ. 5 different heads, and one including a radio as well. Pacific Scatter Terrain. Just nice for anything that would require bamboo and such. Here are some U.S. Marines in Vietnam, HQ. And Headquarters on Foot, Series 1. These are, I don't know, a couple of different generals, and then there's like a pope or bishop. While not modern, just to complete out the release from Eskice, there's the Zero Turtle, the scanner of the desert. Ezipion has Sir Reginald Cobham on foot, mid-14th century. And I think all of these are like mid-14th century models. Here's pretty much a look of everything all together. These are heavy bowmen of the 14th century, 2 reloading, 2 aiming, and 2 tense and loose. I wasn't sure what to call this one, but again, it's all mid-14th century. Here's a guy drinking while carrying his spear. Sailor crewman with crossbow, 14th century. 2 soldiers, drink and fun, 14th century. Oh, so okay, I must have that one mislabeled. Apologies, I just realized those two went together here. I'm not sure who the crossbowman is then. Here are the spears. Maybe that's the sailor with the crossbow. As well here. Gamescape 3D has barges and ironworks this month. So basically barges, you put them together with magnets, and these can be pretty much even modern times or older times, wherever you want your modern historicals to go. It's a bit of a stretch this month, but Goetia usually does kind of Lovecraftian inspired stuff, so I wanted to include it here. This is tactical horror. Here's a steward of the old tradition and the gate bearer. Zelgrak, king of the Northmen, and the vessel of the truth. And some Zelgrakian sworn swords. So these guys maybe not quite so much for a realistic campaign, but if you're in a real world scenario and these things come around because of some dark magic, it fits. Golden Dragon Games has given this preview of the Gawain infantry tank for the British Empire. Hopefully we'll look at better renders of this pretty soon. Going back a little bit further, Labyrinth Models is doing modular hoplites. There are all the different options to put them together. Polmarchos, which is a Polymarchos, which is a general. And Siloi. I should really look up how to say that before I just try, but that would be a lot of pausing and unpausing. And altogether, these Olympian warriors, you get Polmarchos, 10 modular hoplites, and 6 modular Siloi. Last Sword Miniatures has the Adventurer and the Bannerman, and the Venturer is Blood and Sand. So if you've been watching any Spartacus on TV, you can see Gallus 1, Gallus 2 Gladiator, Thrax 2, Hoplomachus Gladiator, Provocator 2, Secutor Gladiator, Crupularius Gladiator, and Betai Gladiator, Liquarius Gladiator, Samnite 2, Venator, and Sagittarius. In addition, there is this release here with these extra people to be put in your stands, and it's either this month or next month, but I think it's this month. They're actually gifting the Colosseum again, so everyone has a proper stage for the gladiators. There's also Proud of the Lion, which I believe is intended to be an elven inspiration, so maybe I shouldn't have included it in this video, but let's be honest, some of this could fit into a modern world. Maybe not the sea dragon there, but the supply wagon or the lion statue would be really well done. Mantic Vault has a terrain crate campsite as part of the release this month, obviously inspired by the real world and easily applied to any of those. Modern Miniatures has been doing quite a bit of terrain stuff. Here we have some floor elements grid style and concrete style. Slightly different pattern here. Here we have some bunker doors in different styles and some wall elements made of brick or tiled walls or damaged tiled walls. Those go along well with that subway from Aether Studios, I would think. Door wall elements, tiled walls, brick walls, some floor risers to make the places go higher, top cover for the walls, 10 by 10 cargo elevators. I'm thinking season 3 of Stranger Things. 5 by 5 cargo elevators, special wall modules and ladder. Here is a useful tool, the magnet installation tool. So I think you stick a magnet in each end to make it positive, negative, so you know which ones are which, but don't take my word for it. Brick pillars, entrance ramp module, stairs and ramp, modular bar / prison walls, stairs and walkway with railing, modular piping system, control / observer room, Special Forces Team Alpha, and then if you back them on tribes, you get the ZBD04 Chinese IFV STL file. Northern Crusades Miniatures has shown this preview. Mounted Lord, 2 men carrying a wounded soldier, 1 man who got greedy carries a large sack of plunder, and an additional 6 medieval infantrymen on march with different weapons, equipment, and plunder. Reconquer Designs has shown the tournament scene here. I bet some of those models would work well in that Colosseum from Last Sword. See various people in various stages of cheering, and then here's what it looks like with no people. Sculptorium of Madness is again one of those kind of Lovecraftian, modern adjacent places. Here's the People of Innsmouth, Abigail Marsh, Barnabas Marsh, Fred Blackwater, High Priest of the Dagon Order. Wait a second, did we see Dagon on Carnevale? Joe Sargent, Jonah Pike, Ruth Gilman, Zadok Allen. He's like the only normal looking person here. I tell you what I saw. We also have some fishermen's work areas, boat, workbench, cleaning table, crates to store the fish. Styriwar has shown this image here of some inspiration for what they're going for here, some late 15th century, and looking at these particular models here. But this is just inspiration for now of what they're working on. Trader's Galaxy usually does Bot War, but they also have Ned Kelly's Last Stand. So kind of Wild West-y, but also like weird Wild West, or alternative Wild West. So again, kind of fits modern historical from the side, so I included it. Turner Miniatures has a few releases. I think I have them right here. British Gardner Gun, Heliograph, which someone pointed out to me is used to basically send messages using flashes of the sun. Armored Modest Horse, French Imperial Guard. I think a lot of these are still kind of early renders. French Cold War Infantry, and Prince Consort Class Ironclad. But there was also this image release that said pretty much this is the January miniature range release. So you can see the heliograph and the gun and all those things in more, well, complete form. Vermillion Miniatures has only really hinted so far. Here we have this caravan on the back of this, well, not a camel, whatever it is, as well as this guy selling wares. They said it's hard to imagine a caravan that doesn't have security, so there's a security for the caravan. And here is the gentleman selling stuff, a little bit better render of said model. Always look forward to seeing what that release looks like from Vermillion. Wargames Atlantic has put their new tiers in place. Of course, we're really looking for the historical, Viking command set, ninja, and woodland Indians. And they've actually given us early previews of pretty much all of those. So these, of course, would be the Vikings, right? No, of course, I'm joking there. These are ninja, of course. Again, these are work in progress, so not guaranteed to look like that. The Ram, I believe, is actually from the fantasy release for the dwarves, but there we see our Viking command, what that might be looking like. And here we can see what the American Indians are more or less looking like. I kind of hesitated to put White Werewolf Tavern in a modern historical video, but some of these models do fit pretty well if you're just looking for classic pirates. Here's Captain Aurelius Drake version 1. He has a hook on his right hand and a peg on his left foot and a parrot on his shoulder. Here he is with a regular hand and a regular foot. Luckily, no eye patch in either place. Here's Alyssa Stormbreaker version 1. And here she is as version 2. Now, the Kraken may not be exactly modern, nor the Delphinid Raiders set, but the pirate deckhands, for the most part, look like normal people and may be well used by anyone looking for historical pirates. The scaled gunners, maybe not quite so much. You know, the Kraken, maybe. Environment models like a ship cannon, sunken ship, and ship helm. And then they do have some of the busts, like here's Alyssa Stormbreaker, Pirate Deckhand, Captain Aurelius Drake, and of course the Delphinid Raider. Not that she really counts for this. Well, folks, that is modern historical. I hope that fits that itch for those of you that have asked me for modern historical. I hope I didn't take too many liberties going into the Lovecraftian and kind of alternative stuff, but if a little bit of it fits, I felt that it was worth including, and I hope you felt the same. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.